Nice. All right, and welcome back. Back to Katie, who's been gone for a while. I reckon we can start the session without a recap, so that when and if Laika manages to rejoin the group, they'll see just how interesting things have gotten. Yeah, suffice it to say that by all appearances, the lot of you weren't out of danger yet, but had definitely prevailed against the first round of horrors.
We'll see. We'll see.
The night is young. The night is young. Right. So, Laika, you wake up groggily at first in a place that you immediately recognize as unfamiliar to you. The last thing you remember was a radiant, majestic-looking sun elf appearing in the same room as you, and then your mind blanked, and now you find yourself here.
Tied up.
You are not. As you wake up and begin to take a look around, make a perception check for me.
Shows 7.
Yeah, still kind of out of it and not feeling your best after powerful magic has crippled your system. You can see that wherever you are, there's sunlight around. You can see that you look to be in some large kind of building, and it looks to be a lot of kind of dark stone around you. As you kind of begin to sit up, you realize you have been kind of laid into some sort of a throne-like piece of furniture, a kind of kind of slanted back, a recliner throne, if you will, but carved out of stone. And even in your groggy state, you are a dwarf and can recognize intricate craftsmanship in the make of this stone. You can, without too much hassle, identify it as being made out of obsidian, and you can see what looks like bands of silver interspersed throughout it. As you kind of examine that and sit up more, trying to get to your senses, you hear a voice ring out slightly echoey in the large space. Finally, she awakes, and looking down, you see the sun elf, who you caught a glimpse of before everything went dark. He looks to be striding towards you, still perhaps 60 feet away across the kind of stone courtyard of this large building, which, as you take a further look around, looks to be some kind of a, what's the word? It's not a gazebo. It's a
pavilion?
That's it, a pavilion. Yeah. Made out of the same obsidian that looks like your throne-esque thing that you were laying on is. And as you take a look around, you can see it looks, the whole building, which is large, seems to have been carved out of one stone. The throne kind of carved seamlessly with the ground, seamlessly with pillars that rise up to form a roof above. The figure continues striding towards you, and as you get a better look at him, you can see he is, being an elf, rather tall, with long kind of golden hair, a sun elf, so has kind of a bit of an orangish tint to his skin, like that of sunset, and you can't tell if his skin is actually glowing or if it's just a trick of the sunlight coming into the room. You can see he's got a long sword sheathed at his side and a short sword sheathed at his other side. Both sheaths look to be some kind of silvery metal, or almost chain metal, as they don't seem perfectly rigid. They're not clanking around as he walks. But he stops about 20 feet in front of you and gives a grand bow and looks up at you and says, "Well, what do you think?"
And I'll try and fling it as fast as I can to him.
You're Jack from Titanic.
Yeah.
Make a roll a d20 and add your constitution.
Oh, okay. 8.
Okay. I mean, look, you're a dwarf, and dwarves are pretty good at spitting. And so you make it kind of down the steps a little bit, but he is 20 feet away, so that would be a bit of an insane distance.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'll say. I've seen bigger.
This place was not designed for size.
Carved out of one stone?
You have an astute eye. Indeed it was. It took many workers several decades to get this place in the shape it is now.
I'll kind of like ease into the throne a bit.
Sure.
And I'll say, cut the shit, man, what do you want? He says, I just want for us to have a conversation. It was important that I bring you here, and so I have. And there are some things that I believe need to be discussed. Okay. I want to test the waters a little bit and like jump out of the chair.
Okay. He doesn't start.
And then I'll walk around. Am I like flush to the wall, or am I like in the center of the room?
You're kind of towards the back of the room, but there's not really a wall behind you. It's kind of an open air thing.
Okay.
With a series of steps rising to the throne thing that you're on.
And dashes.
Indeed.
Okay. I'll get up and I'll wave my hands over the throne as I walk around it and what question did you ask me again?
Are you asking?
I say in game.
He says, I had no question as of yet. I simply said that a discussion should be had between us.
Oh yeah, right, okay. Sorry, my hair's just a little bit groggy still. Cool. Sure, what do you want? And you need to kidnap me all the way here for a conversation? I have a sending stone, God.
It was important to show you this place, as it will be most important for you in times to come.
I hate people like you. Just tell me what you want.
Your wish is my command. Well, your grandfather has sent me to enlighten you of several facts. First being, are you aware that you are and have been being tracked by the one known as the Voice of the Moon for several days now?
Yes. Cheese dice failed me. Not failed. 19.
Oh no. that.
Yeah, no, it is not really, yeah, never is that.
He says, well then, I assume you know what must be done?
Yeah, but I totally forgot, so you can totally remind me.
I see. Well, it is imperative that when she confronts you, as I'm sure you're also aware, that in 8 days she plans to reveal herself to you at the height of the full moon, that you kill her, paving the way for you eventually to take up her place.
That is, yes, I did know that. But thank you for the reminder. Why? Does my grandfather know why? Or is it like a prophecy? Like, is it written in like a dumb book or something? Or is it like is it just a bunch of you crazies kind of just figuring out what's going on? Is it a portent?
I've lived long enough to know that most prophecies are either made by madmen or followed by madmen. Rest assured that there are no such prophecies in play by now. Destiny is made by those who choose to forge its path, not by those who rely on the ramblings of some deity or mystical force. There is a grand plan at work here. Your grandfather is dying to prepare you for a great honor, and this is but the first step down that journey. There will be many more revelations that, as this one you've already figured out in your own time, you will stumble upon as you take your journey. But rest assured that a grand design is at work here, and you are afforded the highest honor of being very near to its center.
See, I ran away from all this, from her and from him and from everything, so I didn't have to be a part of all this.
I'm afraid it seems that plans greater than your own have ensnared you once more, then. I'm afraid that whilst prophecies and destiny are malleable, it is also a truth that when one runs away from things, they tend to find one again all the faster.
How is she tracking me? Do you know?
I'm sure you can figure that out if you knew that she was tracking you and you knew when she would present herself to you. I've no doubt you'll be able to figure out the means which she uses.
What's your deal? What do you get out of all this?
I am but a humble servant.
I'm gonna speak to the room
Sure.
and say, can whoever's actually calling the shots show themselves, or do I have to speak to this dolt the rest of the time?
Make a perception, not a persuasion check.
What? Persuasion.
Cheese dice. Fuck. Wait. Fuck.
He says, kind of chuckles to himself and says, I respect the bravado you show, but rest assured I'm the only one here. Your grandfather is away on important business, but I am not such a dolt that you should feel inconvenienced by speaking to me. I know many in this world who would kill to have a conversation with me.
was kind of cringe. And I'll waddle up to him and look up and be like, next time, don't take me out of, I'm poking his little tummy. Don't take me out of the fight, mid-fight, man, with all my friends in danger.
As you poke him, his form kind of just dissipates, and he appears kind of 15 feet to your left, and he chuckles again and says, as I recall, when I found you, you weren't in a fight. You were struggling to get open a simple locked door.
I really don't like you, Shiny.
I don't need you to like me, but perhaps you should stick with your friends and help them first before blaming me for them being left in danger.
Oh. I've had it up to here with you, and I put like over the bumper. And I'll say, okay, fine, whatever. Screw your prophecy, screw you and my grandfather, and I'm an orca.
Sure. You walk to the edge of the pavilion, and you find yourself on the peak of a huge mountain. There's nothing but clouds beneath you, perhaps a good few hundred feet beneath where you currently are, extending out from all directions. You can see in the distance a couple more not as steep, but mountains rising out of the clouds. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. I'll throw up over the edge.
Sure.
And be like, fine, take me back.
Very well. I have one question for you before I do. What year is it?
Gosh.
You are aware of what year it is.
DM?
The year is 1737 AC.
1737.
AC.
Which stood for after comment.
Oh.
After a trip to the library.
Or salt your ass for those dirty two hands out there. Never mind.
I was gonna write air conditioner instead of after comment.
Oh my gosh. 1737. That's a very unsettling question to ask.
My apologies, I didn't mean for it as such.
What date do you think it is, huh?
I'm afraid I've been out of the loop for what I can only imagine has been quite some time, and I'm most curious about the state of things.
It's 1737, weirdo.
I see.
AC.
Right.
Yeah.
And that stands for?
Off the comets.
Intriguing. Well,
Were you here before comets?
I believe you wanted to return home?
I'm gonna pull out a bomb. I'm gonna pull out my spider. Be like, you are so annoying. Fine. I'm ready. I put it back and I'll stick my head back.
Very well.
It's your really cool goggles.
I'm ready to go back. I put on my goggles before I leave.
It's a pleasure.
That's such a good idea.
That was not my
Sorry,
intention.
it's been a long
It was genuinely just aesthetic.
No, yeah. If you're going flying, you gotta like. don't see any illusions regarding him. You don't see that he is a shapeshifter, which is one of the things that TrueSight does. Yeah, you see no one else invisible nearby you. Peering into the ethereal plane, briefly you see the outline of this figure's form, in kind of a you see an outline of this figure's form in the same, made up of what you see when you stand up and get a head rush. Kind of a weird mix of like colors and visual static that you can't quite focus on or actually identify what colors are which. Kind of just a swirling shape of this figure. Yeah.
You weird shiny dude. I'm not gonna ask what your name is.
Very well. And he reaches out and clasps onto your shoulder, and you move away into nothingness. Meanwhile, all of you back, having just defeated the immediate foes, what are each of you doing? Last thing that happened was you managed to loot the corpse of Sareva Courts, and you stabilized Django from dying.
And Casper's got Django's ring.
And you picked up the ring indeed. To which point you're welcome to add a ring of genie summoning to your inventory. What you managed to gather from Sareva's corpse, at least what you identify as important, as you pull off of her 2 gloves that she's wearing. These are delicate looking gloves, which are semi-transparent, and they have an opalescent sheen into them. Set into the back of each palm is a diamond, from which it appears the material flows into, kind of as if, I mean, you can see it's not that stuff is, it looks like there's a socket there, which the diamonds have been slotted into. So these gloves were made to fit a diamond on each palm. Handling them, you do get the sense that they are magical, but it'll take more time than you have currently taken to identify exactly what, or to attune to them if you so choose. So, the rest of you standing amidst corpses of sewn together horrors, an angel, numerous mages with a glowing figure still above in the tumultuous skies above you, aware that there are likely many other figures around that have seen you but you have not yet dealt with. What are you doing?
I'm going to point at the guy who's just being a guy in the sky.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is the King of Eclipse. He's really strange. I think he's immortal. He's like shown up in places like art of Eclipse for years, like since its founding.
Make an intelligence check for me.
Ha ha! Just straight intelligence?
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Alright.
My dice seemed to be last session, so hopefully.
Let me just look for this thing quickly. Whilst I find this, feel free to respond to this thing, or let me know what else you guys will be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel myself because I'm not feeling great.
Mm-hmm.
The way you will do this, just looking where you are. I'm looking up at the sky, trying to make out where this figure is, and then just like popping down,
Mm-hmm.
and it starts raining.
Nice. Kazarus?
Yeah, just take a moment to take it all in, I think.
Sure.
Did we win?
I hope so.
I don't think so.
Do we keep fighting it?
I think we figure out if we're going to be attacked or not. Because I really don't feel like fighting someone who I think is immortal.
Mm.
Or can fly, since I cannot fly, so.
But Mia can fly.
I know, which is really cool. How is Mia? Is Mia looking worse for wear? Decent?
She. No, wait. I'm gonna go find a piece of paper that I recorded this stuff on. And I know where it is, so it's not gonna take me a while, but let me actually check that before I just tell you something. Alright, anyways, Lauren, I can't find the thing for now,
Mm-hmm.
the name, but with you rolled a good history check on him last session, so you
Yes.
know the name of this king.
Mm-hmm.
And with that intelligence check, you also recognize that it,
I think I have it from Vincent. Isn't it Azula the Khan?
yes, Azalea. Yeah, it's Azalea. His name is Azalea. Just double check that. Yeah. And you do also recall that this name made an appearance in the first entry of your journal.
I thought so!
Mia. You see, Mia has landed and is kind of just huffing and breathing heavily, looking around, but looks pretty good. There are several gashes along their body from the angel that sought to rend them to pieces.
Yeah.
They've definitely taken a few hits, but are definitely nowhere near the brink of death or anything. But she's kind of just breathing there for now, and then kind of head tilts up, away, back in the direction before then, and says, "This is not over yet. It seems others are coming." And as each of you turn, at least those of you with dark vision can see that it appears that the other mages who had scattered have formed into a couple of ranks, still a couple of 100 feet away, but are kind of in a two-line thick arch that looks to probably be another 18 or so of them. Mia kind of looks down at you guys and says, "Are we trying to leave or fight here?"
I don't feel like dying, and I am very much on the verge of death.
At this moment, into space, kind of maybe 30 feet away from you guys, you appear. You see the figure of Laika appear in a flash of light with the tall sun elf figure that you saw previously standing there. Laika, the scene that you're greeted with is one of, so it's nighttime here, as it was evening when you left, and it now looks to be later on into the night. There's storm clouds up ahead, up above, it's raining softly. There are lightning flashes interspersed every now and again throughout the clouds. Kind of just inside the clouds, so the form is a little bit obscured. You can see a large glowing form. Around you, you see numerous circles of rocks inscribed with magical arcane glyphs. Some of them are still glowing, but most seem to be kind of powering down, so to speak. There are multiple corpses around you, the majority of them robed figures in black and red. You can see as well 4 corpses of huge somethings. They look like sacks of flesh, and you're immediately reminded of the creatures you fought in dealing with the madman and the abomination. They look like cobbled together amalgamations of any number of creatures. They have pseudopods that stick out from them, eyes all along their bodies, multiple legs each, several thick meaty arms with no fingers, kind of ending in club-like protrusions, and are all kind of split open and lying on the ground. You also see a large adult dragon, blue dragon, kind of on the ground looking at the group, conversing with them. You see Gunther nearby the rest of the group, looking a little bit hurt, but still standing, holding things together. And you see a kind of strange, kind of maybe 10 by 10 amorphous swirling cloud of sand and wind hovering in the air a little bit off from the group, with kind of small electrical charges igniting through itself.
I'm gonna vomit again.
Sure thing.
Right next to us.
Yeah, about
the
30
sun
feet
30
away.
feet away, yeah.
Otto will swing at the sun off.
Okay.
He's going to not even pick up his hammer, just a full-on punch as quickly as he can.
Sure thing. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Shit. Okay. I have that one. And on the deck,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be 26 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
I mean, the roll damage is just 6 points of bludgeoning.
Cool. Got it.
I would like to
Mm.
also use crushing and pushing 5 feet back with my
Sure.
swing.
Yeah.
And then step in between him and Laika.
Absolutely. So yeah, you apparate into the space, and within a split second, Otto is there, punches the Sun Elf, knocks him back, steps in behind you to intercept between the two of you. The Sun Elf kind of stumbles back and then rubs his jaw and just says, "Well, that was hardly necessary, now was it? Your friend is unharmed."
She does look of the unconscious.
I look very dehydrated.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that Zia would like move 5 feet forward and then Misty step
Okay.
towards where Laika is
All right.
and just like, oh gosh, now that I know that you've thrown up,
Okay, let's draw this out.
I'm just gonna like grab Laika in a really big hug
Sure.
and then take out one of my daggers and just point it at the Sun Elf.
Cool. I think in case it goes this way, you can
Oh yeah, we're fighting who seems to be a god.
just
I kind of just love that immediate protect.
Yeah.
where's the figure I want? This is a fitting figure. Probably
Yeah, wow.
indicative of his.
Whoa, that's sick.
Yeah, so let's call him here. You in between them. Do you have your stingly?
Oh, I have
Cool. If you guys want to just give me something to use for yourself as well. I
I'll
think-
already walk over to them and just sit down cross-legged.
Sure. So I'll put you guys there.
I'm just doing it.
Yeah. Not our problem.
No.
Sure.
Like a rummaging through a bag of holding.
More accurate always, boys.
Okay, so Zia, you poof in here, which is your second Misty Step. The figure is kind of looking up wardingly at you. It's got its hand on its blade. yeah, he says, I can't be held accountable if your friend here cannot stomach teleportation.
Who are you?
Why do you glow, sort of? Also, I am so sorry.
Are you on the sick?
I am not sick, do not worry. And behind you guys, let's get figures for the numbers as well, actually.
Yay.
Just because why would they not have a figure? In the... Yeah, sure, Gunter can be Rock. So Gunter's kind of standing
I
here
forgot Rock has a thing.
and has his pistol kind of aimed at this figure. Actually, would be making his way around here, so he's not going to shoot you in the head.
Yay.
And Mia will be standing behind you guys, kind of on her haunches. You can see her mouth open, kind of lightning crackling around there, looking as if she's ready for something, which would be bad for you guys because it fires in a line.
Incredibly.
So, but you know, she's tall enough that could angle it over your head. So it's whatever.
Can I lean back and just say, Laika, this is you okay?
Yeah.
Is
Teleportation sucks.
is
Okay.
it bad, friend?
Kill? No kill?
I don't actually know. I'll get up and then I'll look at him from behind Arthur's belt like I usually do with most people, and say he didn't harm me. He was really irritating.
So hostage.
He's kind of slippery. I like throw a silver piece at him.
Blink. Blinks off him.
Yeah, that didn't happen the last time.
He says, do not worry. I am just here to drop you off. Though if you would like, this can go another way. He kind of looks behind. And
I'll just
sees-
put a little calming hand on Otto,
Sure.
on his own back.
Looks behind and kind of just, he takes a few steps back, which I guess opportunity attack if you like it.
No.
And kind of just puts his hands on his hips and just looks around at everything. As well, really quite the pickle you've managed to get yourself into here.
Would you be inclined to help us?
No, I dare say not. That is not my path. And he looks back at Mia, and he says, interesting. The Violet God will hear about you soon.
Excuse me.
And Mia kind of just growls at him, and immediately you can see her get very tense, but doesn't make any other move. And he kind of turns around and says, well then, I suppose I shall take my leave unless there's any other business.
I'm just gonna be like, don't fuck with my girlfriend. Are we ready?
I'll spit at him again.
Make a constitution check.
Okay. That's worse. That's 5. Just goes on me.
On his shoulder. And he goes and apparates out of the space.
Spit at me, I'm just gonna look up like.
I'll just slowly hug you back, Sia.
I missed you.
Dude, what's the dragon?
It's Mia. It's so cool. She's the dragon. It's great.
I'll do a little.
Welcome back. The others were most worried.
Whoa, okay, that's more than enough of you right now. Yeah, just slowly roll. And then I'll get up and look past Otto again, and all those mages still there.
Yeah, they look like they have kind of approached slowly. They're still a fair distance away, perhaps 100 feet or so. It looks like they... Actually, make an insight check. Okay.
Wow, I've had 3 6s.
Yeah, it looks like they all kind of pause to watch, you know, a bit hesitant as you apparated into the space, but are now kind of slowly advancing again, very cautiously, given the dragon and what has happened to so many of their comrades and indeed their leader.
Okay, long story short, Eclipse invasion. We stopped summoning circles that are still active. The guy in the sky is the king of Eclipse. And we killed like the sorceress who is like also really cool. She's like, oh, she's the head of the Grimcloaks, the people that Fenzin was with. Yeah.
I think we should leave.
Yeah, probably. Where?
How far away are they, Elijah? Immediate?
The angel or the mages?
The mages.
About 100 feet.
Also, you would have had so much fun. There was so much use for bombs and explosions.
There is still useful bombs.
There is still use for bombs.
Many circles.
Oh yeah, we have to destroy the circles. Or at least attempt to.
It's at about this moment that all of a sudden you hear a loud kind of crack, and a wave of light emanates from the angel. Immediately all the clouds around him disperse, and you watch as the storm above you abates, as it continues to expand, all the clouds in the sky disappearing in a expanding circle centered on this figure. And though it's at night, in the space left behind, you see a brilliant sky like that of a sunset behind him, as you see him just radiating celestial brilliance. He kind of slowly descends until he's about 100 feet from your group, and speaks in a booming voice, and he says, "You know not what you toil with. The heresy of Allure must be put down."
I'll just sigh and go, I'm crazy to another. Interesting. Yeah, Otto, I think we should leave.
But fight.
You look like shit.
You look like shit!
You also look like shit.
I do look like shit.
I feel like-
I understand that.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
Do you want them to see?
Whoa. So we leave?
How?
Right.
Oh.
Can I turn into Mistball?
Yeah. We
You
can
can begin the process.
Yeah, I'll
Do
begin
you
the
do
process.
that?
Sure thing.
It's a minute.
It's a minute.
Yeah.
Can we do stuff while we're doing
No. It's
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah. You have resistance to non-magical damage, but other than that, cool. So you watch as these two newcomers who you only recently met, their forms begin unraveling into mist as they're kind of just sitting there, a little bit away from you.
A lot of weirdos around us right now.
So there is a lot of weird, yeah.
There's a lot of
The
dead
voice-
too.
The voice booms out again. "You are lucky that I am prevented from intervening personally. However, rest assured that you cannot stop what must happen. This was but a contingency, and judgment will be due for the acts you have made on account of the heretical goddess." And you watch as he ascends again rapidly up into the sky, into the gleaming appearance of a sunset that he left behind him, and he disappears into the golden sky, and that closes behind him, leaving behind night again, stars and a waxing moon above, clouds now dispersed, all signs of a storm gone. As you immediately turn to look, you see that all of the mages who had been advancing had fallen to their knees and are currently kneeling as if in reverie.
I mean, I still wouldn't say that let's attack, but now that the big guy who I very thought was going to kill us is gone. Yeah. That is a complete sentence.
Okay.
What was that guy's problem?
I don't know. He doesn't like a lorry.
What the fuck is this to do with the lorry? This is the border.
Oh, that's a very good question. He disappeared.
At about this time, you two finish turning, and you see them replaced with a ball of cloud mist.
Just run away. I feel eyeing around for a bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh gosh. Okay, well I'm gonna start walking to Gunter. Be like, what the fuck are we doing?
I'm gonna keep an eye on the mages. They're still just chilling. Knee down, one knee, chilling at the village.
It looks like they're beginning to stand up, and they are looking kind of. Make another insight check.
And then halfway to Gunter, I'll be like, oh fuck, Laika has health potions, and I'll walk back to Laika.
Sure. Gunter kind of responds, this is a lot I do not know. If you had given me several years to figure out and guess how this was going to go, I never would have come up with this. I do not know what we should be doing here. Yeah.
Cool.
Insight? Fine. Yeah, it's a bit hard to read them, but you do see them beginning to stand up.
Okay.
Is invasion still in
Maybe?
there? Did we stop it?
No, I don't think we stopped it, but I think we should definitely get rid of these circles. Laika, do you have our health potions?
Not the wrong.
Thank you. Yeah. I can't remember how health potions work.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay. Wonderful.
Which I think we said if we use an action to drink, you just get max.
I can't remember. I got max anyway.
Yeah, fine. Jeez. Alright.
So much trouble.
Like 18 mages.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got it wrong. And they're all nice to come together.
Now it's all slots and
Yeah.
Mia kind of says, what are we doing?
No idea. I don't feel like dying right now, and I don't know if we have the capabilities to deal with all of those guys. Maybe we head somewhere safe? No clue where that would be. But I also think we should try and dismantle these circles. Or try and destroy them at least.
Mia says, well, I can't afford for this to take long. And she's going to immediately fly over to the line of mages who have stood up and looks like they have started backing away and is just going to lightning breath straight down the line of them.
I'm sure that's fine. That's fine. There's no Geneva Convention.
So, let's see. Okay, I need, what list do I need? D10s. Where's the magic?
D10s. Gross.
Because whoever needed a D10 before.
I did.
Let's-
hit die.
Yeah, I was thinking superiority die, but
Cool. So you watch as just a line of lightning arcs through, hitting all of them for the most part. It doesn't immediately kill them, but all of them, their robes are immediately charred. Their skin to some degree turns to ash, and they all just scream and scatter, running away as best they can. Mia flies back over, and then her form shrinks until she's back down into her human form. All of her lightning tattoos glowing vibrantly. She says, well, that should take care of that. I believe we should conclude our business and then leave, please.
can I dash and just hug her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I dash and stop attacking the burning maiden? She gets the deal.
Yeah, they're 100 feet away or so, but yeah, you're welcome to go.
I just want to play whack-a-mole with the ones that are like statuing though.
Sure thing. Would you like to roll initiative for this, or would you like to just bonk them?
I'm just
Because
bonking.
they have 12 HP each, so gong, 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 and are definitely far too horrified to amass any sort of resilience back against you.
Nice.
We go.
Very nice. Okay.
Oh, we can turn into like big, what's one? Waterman? No?
Yeah.
I'll float over next to you.
This. but you know she's talking old lady, so
Who the fuck is this?
I have no idea. One of them. New friend.
Okay.
You ride on Mia?
What?
You ride on Mia?
I don't know her like that. Man, like, you know, like, I feel like her and Zia have a thing. As, I don't... I'll switch to Dwarvish and...
I think Otto would actually have a straight face like, what are you talking about?
Just watch my back. Excuse me, water thing. And then I'm gonna go check out all these, circles, teleportation circles.
Sure thing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so you can fairly easily identify from context and your knowledge of the arcane that they are teleportation circles. Several of them look as though they're powering down. None of them appear to be actively transporting things in.
Okay. Are they like etched into the ground? Are they like etched onto stone and like in a circle? Like what is the...
So it's several stone slabs that are about maybe this big, with arcane sigils and glyphs on them, all placed in circles on the ground. You can see a couple of them do look charred, and a couple of the circles do seem broken with their rocks shattered.
Okay. I'm gonna go to one that isn't shattered. I'm gonna say, Otto, hit this ward.
Sure.
It's not low. But okay.
Cool. Yeah, you're welcome to just roll damage.
Well, that would not be great. 15. Okay. Oh, and it's origin.
Probably not by this point.
4 plus 6 is 10 points.
Okay. Yeah, so you watch as Otto takes a large swing with his hammer and leaves some small cracks in the stones. It does look like they take damage. It does look, however, that they resist the damage. Magical though it is. But yeah, by no means indestructible, potentially just tedious.
This is gonna take a lot of work to destroy.
If you guys would like to at any point pop out of your mist form, you're
Yeah, I
welcome to.
probably will.
Cool.
I'll just turn mine.
Sure.
There's still some corpses lying around. I'll start looking for any gold or
You may indeed. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
15.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll let you know based on how much time you spend doing this as you leave what you find.
Okay.
Depends. Yeah. Mia does come back and say, I mean, I do think we can just walk out now, right? I mean, everything's gone. There's not much stress. If you do not have the spell like the rest of us do.
Just where do we go from here?
I'm gonna ignore them and I'm gonna stick my hand in the dirt
Sure.
and cast Mold Earth
Okay.
and try and like lift up what I think is like the most important rune in the circle that I'm closest to and lift it like
Okay.
and just
Alright.
move it out.
I'll say make an Arcana check first. You can make it with. No, yeah, just straight Arcana check. I was going to say advantage because it's stone, but it's the glyphs, not the stone. So.
Good one.
Yeah. Nevertheless,
Good 3.
you do. These glyphs are all the same to you, but you pick one and you mold earth and you begin to pull it up, and it does come up a small amount. You can see the stones on either side kind of lift up with it, and in the gaps between the stones you can see kind of tethers of energy. It looks like all the stones are to some degree tethered together in an arcane way. You don't get the sense that it's impossible to break this tether, but likewise, as it's not as simple as just hitting them with a hammer, it would take a lot more strength than just picking up one rock, since they're all kind of
Interconnected.
magically interlinked. Yeah.
Like my moons.
Yeah, exactly. Gunther says, well, I mean, we could go back to the library. Could be a good thing. I think you mentioned calling the monks, being around to greet them as they arrive would likely be a good move. I sense that if the dangers of tonight are not yet over, then best for us to be in a strategically advantageous position to confront those dangers.
I think going to the library would be a good idea. Then we can also figure out whatever just went on. Chat to Terrace. I found another name. I can't remember where we said the monks should meet or at least get into the city. But we definitely do need to contact them again. Just tell them about those strange things.
The king.
And the king, yes, that is a
And
very important part.
Simcox is dead.
Yeah. Lots of things. Yeah.
Thankfully, the one with your crystal shard to contact the monks is back with you.
Yes!
That is
That's so true!
Laika.
I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to take out a vial of flammable tree sap and put it on one of the wards, and then I'm going to step back 30 feet and I'm going to cast Firebolt and fucking explode that shit.
Sure thing. Go ahead and roll damage.
Must I roll the hit or can I just roll?
Just roll damage, yeah.
Ooh, excited. What?
2d10, what the fuck?
Because you're level 5 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a D12.
It's Eldritch Blast style, so I think you
That's a
roll.
D8.
I don't know, is it 1
Oh,
bolt?
that's
Or
a
just
D10.
high damage on a bolt?
You don't have. Yeah, these are D10s. They're just different shapes. So that's 8 and.
14.
14. Nice. And do you remember what I had you roll last time for tree sap and damage?
No.
Roll 2d6 for that.
Nah.
Nice, pretty nice. Cool. Yeah, the rock kind of crumbles apart a bit, and it looks like the rune has been blasted off of it.
Let's take some right touch.
Indeed.
Yes, like big boob.
What?
What?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What do you want to say?
Monks, you have the communication thingy-majiggy.
Oh yeah, did you guys not call them ready?
No, we did, but we didn't
Oh.
tell them all this very important information. Because
Okay.
these things, and I'm gonna, like, gesture to one of the very big corpses that just is made up of a lot of smaller corpses.
Oh yeah, that does look gross.
Those things paralyze you when you touch them, or hit them at least.
Probably shouldn't touch them then.
Yeah, and the monks like kind of focus on touching things to hurt them. I know that sounds really
Yeah,
strange.
typical
It's
monks.
fine. Anyway, so yeah, those things we're pretty sure were made to like be the antagonist against the monks specifically. So they need to know about that, just in case more of them show up. We also need to tell them about the king, Azule, and what? The guy who was there.
Take bag.
Um,
Hello?
and
Hello?
that Sariva Quartz is
This
dead.
needs to stop, man.
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
It's 25 words. Hello, hello, hello.
You speak into the crystal, and it remains a chunk of rock.
Oh no.
Hello?
You recall that there was a phrase that.
I'm gonna find it.
I don't know what I said, but it was not right. It was definitely not right.
Yeah.
I think while I'm villaging around a bit, searching, I'll say, in case the crystal doesn't work, I'm still here.
Oh yes, you can cast sending. I forgot about that. Yeah, if the crystal doesn't work, we can get them to cast sending. They rolled 20 on deception. After and I rolled 1 and 3. The goblin over there, Neem. You remember Neem?
I don't see a goblin, I see.
A
No,
cloud.
no, Neem is
Name
Neem.
turned back
I'm
into Name.
glad.
It's currently
Yeah.
eating corpses.
I didn't write it down. I don't think I did.
I definitely wrote it down.
I know you did.
You both definitely wrote it down.
I don't think I did.
I wrote space rock with a heart next to it.
Maybe awful.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Wow, I really, really was bad at this. I was not how you spell that.
I need 1 piece of gold for every 5 words.
Oh. Ha. We'll figure something out. Ha.
I'm gonna say,
Sure.
I'm gonna try
Nope.
touch your other soul. Does that work? Is that a thing? I don't know.
You recall that was the what it translated to. The phrase needed to be said in primordial
Yeah, I'll say that in primordial.
because you do speak.
I do speak primordial.
Indeed.
Amazing, amazing.
Cool. Yeah, you watch as the shard of, I think I said it was aquamarine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, aquamarine.
Kind of the way it's cut is so that it has rings like a tree, and those rings kind of expand into the edges until it goes blank, and you see the image of the bald, kind of lightly purple skinned monk that you guys spoke to a couple of times at the monastery. She
It's a
is,
zoom.
It's a zoom.
Nice.
and she's kind of puffing, seems to be running. She says, "Yes. What's up?"
What's up?
The other guy, he said you're in a pickle. What the hell is that? That's not how
What's up with
cool
you,
people
girl?
speak.
It's in primordial.
Yeah.
I tone switch back.
Which things are in the heavens?
I'll give it to you because
Oh,
I very
God.
much remember everything you just said.
Okay.
Yo, so I'm passing the phone to somebody.
25 minutes. So this was it lets you speak for a minute.
Okay.
Just a minute, and you can use it 3 times before it becomes non-magic.
Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry, this took a long time to get to.
Give me the name! Okay. So, turns out Nicholas was evading. The king showed up, but then left. There were also these really big monster things that you're not allowed to touch, which we're pretty sure were designed to specifically combat the monks. Everyone's dead here. We stopped teleportation circles from happening.
There's a fucking dragon, man!
There's a dragon! My girlfriend's a dragon!
You can hear her puffing as she's running, and she says, "Okay, well, everyone dead. Does that mean the city is gone, or that you've prevailed?"
Prevailed.
Everyone dead
I mean,
is
still
quite...
Still
Yo,
be
get
here.
your asses here. That's what you forgot to say.
The evil guys are dead.
We're coming as fast as we can.
Yo, hurry up.
We
No!
should be there within an hour and a half.
Yeah, take
Okay.
your sweet time.
Shush.
We'll arrive on the outskirts of the city if you'd like to meet us there.
Yeah.
What city? What
Tomorrow,
what
oh my
time?
gosh.
I mean, what, where?
Shut up. Thank you.
Bye!
Also, can I please have my scalpel back?
And the magic face.
Give me that!
Yeah, I'll
Took
give
so
it
long.
back.
God.
Ah, you are the one who kept interrupting.
Right.
What are we going to?
At about this point, you have ample time to search through the corpses. You find 2 cloaks that seem to be magical.
2?
Cloaks.
Okay.
A medallion that has a magical-ish aura, and a pair of gloves that also seem to be magical. In addition, you find 202 gold pieces.
Lovely.
So many words.
It's cool. Don't worry, when you rest and take a better look at them, I'll give you specifics and stuff.
It's okay. What's it?
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. I was like, okay, we're gonna meet the monks at the edge of the city in an hour and a half. We can go to the library. Oh gosh, I don't know. How far is the outskirts of the city? We're like in the middle of Tumboda.
So from the... Yeah, you're at the very top of the city in the middle. It would take probably just like a carriage ride would take about an hour and a half to get to the edge.
I assume there are stables in this
Just
section.
in general, yes, there are stables.
Well, will I assume
None that
the
you know of nearby.
what the merchant lords wouldn't just have pompous horses? Interesting. Okay.
None that you found, at least. You're welcome to look.
Oh my
Yes.
god, Otto, where's Bear?
Fuck! Where is Bear? Bear!
I will start looking for horses.
Sure. You feel you can just faintly hear a roar from somewhere down in the city. It's not
I
bad.
will start casting Speak with Animals and start mimicking the drawback.
Sure. Yeah, well, what are you doing? Whereabouts are you going to look for stables? You have no clue what is in this district for the most part. You saw briefly that there were 5 large keeps
Yeah.
and a temple. Other than that, all you've seen so far has been parks and whatnot.
Temple. I want forget horses. Investigate temple.
Okay, you watch her saying nothing, Zia just runs off into the night.
I'll wander up to Mia and be like, well, that was pretty cool that you turned into that dragon.
Just, thank you. I am glad that You are appropriately awed.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
I'm just gonna scream running past. Leave her alone. Also temple time.
I'm a bit concerned, I think,
Yeah?
hearing this. No, just in
Just in general, a sure thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otto didn't know about any of this either, so I mean, it's a fucking dragon. He's gonna kneel down in front of Mia as well and say, Drashon, which is dragon, draconic. And he's gonna bow his head as low as he possibly can.
Yeah, there's kind of a low draconic growl from her, though she's in her human form. And she says back in draconic, Rise, it is an honor, and has been an honor, to call you friend. This changes nothing between us.
Have I mentioned how gay I am?
I'll respond, now I see why you're so good at the fightings.
Indeed.
Where are you?
What am I?
Where are
I've been looting.
What are you?
I've been looting the many corpses that aren't obviously marked but are there.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to you.
Okay,
I'm gonna be like,
you can't have any.
having you what?
Nothing. How are you?
So you thought you could get rid of the other short person of the group.
I would never.
All I'm saying is I'm onto you. Whoever you are. Weird, what's a thing?
Don't worry, you're much shorter than I am, so I say I'll make a bit those.
How tall are you actually?
I don't know.
Very
Very short.
Okay. I think I'm like 5'5".
Yeah.
I think I'm shorter.
You hear a voice from the heavens, which you don't. Now's the perfect time to tell her to pick a card. Any card.
Yes. I grab it.
Don't feel the need to do.
I reach
Whoa. Keep your fucking paws to yourself, little miss. Yeah, don't trust you that much yet. I'm pointing a metal stick at you. You think it's a one? Yeah, it's a ball.
I'll take out the small deck of cards and that reminded me. And I'll say pick a card. Well, I'll find a few.
I'll describe to you what these cards, let me find it.
Oh no. Meme has a deck of many things.
No, don't worry. I wouldn't do that.
You told yes, you told
Yes,
me
you
would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you
The
would.
cards look to be almost paper-thin cuttings of bone, rectangular bone. On the back of the cards is engraved a gold coin with an eyeless skull grinning from the coin.
It's a deck of curses.
It's really cool.
Make a religion check for me.
Oh. My intention is to have them draw one, I'll draw one.
Cool.
Yeah. We'll see who survives.
Sure.
Wow.
Yes, you did.
16.
You recognize the symbol on the back to be the symbol of Zortia, the goddess of luck.
I made that one up.
Goddess of luck.
Yeah.
And thievery and
Oh, those other ones will make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
That's,
cool.
that's important.
That's contextual information that I needed.
yeah.
Figure out.
No. What's in it for me?
I'll also draw one.
Okay. Best short person. May the best short person win.
You're gonna steal something from me.
Just draw the damn card! I'll yell from
Yeah.
like a ways away.
What do people don't get a say in normal people
I'm
matters?
human again.
Oh, never
Well,
mind.
not human, but
Okay.
important.
Fine, I'll take one.
And then I'll also
Sure. Sure thing. Do you guys want to do it at the same time, or does one of you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Oh
Thieves'
my
luck and
goodness,
fortune.
what
20.
are we doing? Oh, that's awesome.
What'd you roll?
20.
A natural 20.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the card you pull is Boon of the Tide, and on it is etched a beautiful scene of the ocean with large cresting waves. Your hit point maximum permanently increases by 5, and you gain 10 temporary hit points.
Wow, that's so sick. Damn. No wonder you were like, what?
As you feel, you for a brief moment hear the crashing of incredible waves and feel a measure of thalassic power imbue itself within you and nestle within yourself.
Huh. Cool.
That was cool, I suppose. Yeah, 15 isn't bad.
15. It's not bad. You draw bountiful plunder, and a emerald gemstone worth 100 gold appears in your empty hand.
Nice.
Nice. I like you, the person we can be friends, and I'm gonna headbutt you. Like a dwarf, like a good dwarf hello.
Alright. Meanwhile, Zia, you arrive at this temple.
Yes, which I completely did not forget about.
And you find it to be a temple of whatever kind of temple you think of when the word temple comes. It's kind of
Nobody follows you.
it's
Okay, cool.
it's a standard temple with a symbol outside of a cornucopia filled with blood, which you recognize to be Sheila, the goddess of material wealth, avarice, and spite.
Yeah, and monetary wealth. That's what you said last session.
Okay, it's fine. You can come to him here. No. You, I presume, are heading inside.
Yes.
And it is dark. You do have dark vision, I believe. Make a perception check for me.
14.
Okay. Looking around, you see that there are... It appears to be abandoned. There is a... it looks like there's various spots available for worship. Unlike the Temple of Allure here, there's no large statue or kind of individual crevices. It looks like there are kind of rows of pews which face a dais which leads up to a large bowl which you can see looks to be filled with gold.
Okay, I make a mental note of to resist the urge of taking all of the gold. I'm gonna look around for anything. Are there any doors?
Not that you saw when you did an entry. It appears to just be kind of like a long rectangular-ish.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to just kind of, I want to say sneak around, but like, do the whole entire, I know I'm not supposed to be here thing. And just look around for anything suspicious, I guess.
Sure.
Because this place, I assume, was frequented by all of the lords. If it's in their section of the city or whatever.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't necessarily have to be very secretive stuff. Yeah.
Would you like to, you can make either or both an investigation check for looking around, and if you'd like to, a stealth check if you're trying to be extra sneaky, or if it's more just an attitude that you're...
Investigation is 3. Stealth is 25.
Okay. So,
Of course it is. The
Yeah.
one time I roll good on stealth, it's. Yeah.
Nobody's there to see it.
you are being incredibly stealthy. You're not making a noise, but also your mind is just whirring so much with everything that's just happened that you find, as focused as you want to be, you are just not really paying much attention at all.
Mhm.
And so it's a surprise to you when you stumble over someone who also yelps out in shock and looked to be cowering behind one of the pews, who with your incredible stealth didn't notice. In a panic, they're gonna unleash a firebolt at you. Looks like one of the mages that escaped has been hiding here.
Oh, yay, okay.
So at this, they get 3 attacks with their firebolt, but they're all... Well, let me just double check firebolt quickly.
They get 3 attacks with their
Well,
fire.
because you get 2 right now, but I don't know if it's like Eldritch Blast and it's 2 attacks, or if it's just 1 attack and it's double damage. 1 attack, 1 damage. Okay, cool. So just 1 damage there. It will be at disadvantage since they're in melee.
Double the D10.
Yeah, so it'll be 3d10 at this stage then. That is going to be a 10 to hit.
It doesn't. If it did, I would have died.
Okay,
Yay.
nice.
So dramatic.
I have
Yeah.
12 HP.
As it just kind of, the figure just yelps and tries to like scuttle away from you.
Oh, my instinct wants to say I'm going to stab them in the foot,
Mhm.
just like pin them down, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay,
Because that's very rude and I'm trying to be a better person.
sure.
I am going to try and grapple them.
Okay.
And just like kind of try and like get them into some form of hold where they can't move.
Alright.
I don't know if I would have my rope on me, but I would try to tie them up. I don't think I would have my rope on me.
Alright, well go ahead and make a athletics check. They'll make a acrobatics or whatever. As you can see, they are looking like they're intending to cast another spell at the time. They have... what'd you roll?
11. Does Firebolt have a verbal element to it?
I'll check it. I think so.
Thank you. Probably. But,
Firebolt.
yeah.
For one somatic.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what to do with wizards.
You reach out to grab them and they slip further away from you, managing to wriggle out of their grasp. They're very sweaty and very afraid.
Oh,
and so they just shimmy further back.
Okay.
And then we'll take another attack.
Okay.
With Firebolt. This one just a straight roll, given the distance they've managed to put. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh, can I use my reaction to half the damage?
You can.
Yay.
What dice do I need, man? Jeez, there we go.
I'm just gonna start shouting that
Does
someone's in
Firebolt,
here.
as you're far too far away for anyone to hear.
Ah, damn it!
I don't know,
Okay.
feeling the consequences
I
of my
know.
action. Running off in the direction of all the enemies. Is it? Do you add your modifier, or is it just
It's just
that?
Damn. This is when I die.
That's going to be a total of 9 damage.
like
You can use your reaction and half it down to 4.
Okay, I will do that.
Cool.
Okay. Can I try and stab them?
You can. You can
Not-
close the distance. And,
Not like I'm going to stab you to kill you.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to stab you so that you can't move anymore.
How?
I don't know, like
Stab him in the tongue. Sorry.
Stab him in the spine.
You can attempt to stab him through the leg and
Kiss
put
him.
him in place.
yeah.
Carotid artery.
Yeah, cut
And
his,
kiss him.
No, that's how you kill people.
cut his Achilles.
God,
Kiss him.
shush.
All of this is internal
Okay, go
thoughts.
ahead and
Yeah, just like try and pin them to whatever they're on.
Alright, you can roll an attack.
Punch him in the nuts.
Yeah, roll an attack. They've stood up by now, so not an advantage. Are you going to do this
Not punching. Nice.
non-lethally, or just going for it?
Can you stop?
I was just visualizing a
I'm gonna do it
lethal
non-lethal.
punch.
Followed by a gentle kiss.
18.
That hits.
With my rapier.
Cool.
I mean, I'd still roll damage, but I'm not
Yes.
aiming on killing the guy.
Sure.
6 damage.
Okay, I'll give them a dexterity saving throw against being pinned against the thing, which with a natural 15 they will make.
Somebody in a church. What is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone who was hiding in a church.
Someone fleeing from combat.
He kind of, stab, and again just maneuvers out of the way, and he just yells, "You just leave me alone!"
No!
As
Stop
he
running
backs up.
away!
He says, "Ah!" and he unleashes a cone of cold on you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Dexterity saving
Oh
throw.
no. Okay. My dex is high. This is
This is a
good.
5th level spell, by the way.
Okay. 25.
Okay, you're definitely going to succeed on that then. Let me just check how much damage this is, because it's like a bonkers amount. 8d8. Okay.
Okay, wonderful. I'm going to die.
It's more than a fireball.
Yeah, man.
It's more than a fireball.
It's more than a fireball.
What the fuck?
Because fireball was 8d6. This
It's
is
fine, you
8d8.
guys get to meet Whimsy.
Oh shit.
We win the fight. You're a 10th time, and then
So in
die.
character though. Okay. How dead am I?
Wait.
And if I take more-
34 cold damage.
That's more than 15 damage.
Yep.
When I die, does my body get transported back to the vampire?
So you don't die on 15 damage.
No, I know. I'm on 8 HP and my max health is 40.
Uh-huh.
So, I can't remember how
You
stuff like that works.
siege him up.
If it did
So
four,
it's
if it did 4
under.
damage more, you would die.
Okay, wonderful. Great.
So, make a wisdom save though.
At disadvantage since I'd be unconscious, or...
Make a wisdom save.
Oh no. 3.
Is that your first or second failure? Did you fail on last session? Or did you
Second, yeah,
succeed?
I failed last session.
So he unleashes just a powerful wave of icy shards that slices through you, and you feel, by all accounts, you should be dead, except at the moment that it hits, a strange
I forgot about
warmth kind of blossoms over you, and the bracelet on your wrist
Mm-hmm.
glows and lights
Oh
up,
my fuck.
and the death ward causes
love
you to
this.
drop to 1 HP
Yes.
instead of
Okay.
going down.
Yay. Okay. Wonderful. I'm like, okay, fuck you, and I'm just gonna attempt to walk out. No, that's a stupid idea. With the face that you're giving me, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I know. So much pressure. Okay, I'm going to disengage
Cool.
and then do that. And I'm going to use my action to dash.
Got it.
Okay.
Cool. So you move 60 feet away. You're able to run away.
Okay.
Yeah. You. I won't say safely, but you survive the temple
Yep.
and you leave. Meanwhile, after these two did their card draw duel, what do you guys like to do? You would have seen this happen.
How's the head coming?
That's great. I wasn't feeling great to start with, so I think we're a bit upset about that, but
That's called friendship. It's called straight up friendship.
I don't know.
Pain of friendship.
The gemstone.
What are the two of you doing, seeing this game and subsequent exchange of boons, it seems.
Just gonna squint at the envelope. He's like. Just open my loincloth, just one double.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel great. I feel like really good. Like, I don't know. I feel like everybody should play that game. It just feels.
Did you find anything
really
cool
good.
on the bodies?
Yes, I did. And I'll show you all the things.
Yeah.
So I'll still
2
have to figure
cloaks, a medallion, and a pair of gloves.
Nice.
So that's
Nice.
where I'm going.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't need 2 cloaks, you can always get me one.
I'll flip a coin to decide which cloak you get, assuming they're different.
They are indeed
Or
different.
do you want to wait until you know what you do?
No,
Roll any dice for me. I've got them as odds and evens.
I'm gonna walk up to Arthur in the meantime.
Sure.
even.
Okay, and do you want to give him that one or keep that one?
I'll give the even.
Okay, cool. I'll make a note of that. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
I'm gonna look up at you, but like stand really close to you and be like, so, the fuck happened?
I don't know, we fight.
Yeah, and then I was somewhere and then I wasn't.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? You were talking about, oh, you were there and then there was fight, and then you disappeared.
Yeah, that fucking shiny prick just absconded with me.
Scone.
I'll say it, Lord.
Yes? You are gone so fast. You speak and then you go.
Just still
I don't like that they can just
that guy.
whisk me away like that.
You should tell him to ask. Nicely.
The next time I see that fucking shiny piece of shit, I'm gonna shoot his fucking face off.
Yes. Get anything again?
Most certainly.
Yes.
But after I've hit him.
So he's not straight. He's
I don't know. He's kind of annoying. Like, I really don't like him. You know? I know that's like a lot of people. But like,
Is it because of eyes?
what was his act?
Your eyes. It's bright and you live. You know.
Oh, like, it's like blinding a bit. That could be it. That could be. That's actually a really good point, Otto.
I do good.
Yeah, you did do good.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 times.
Yeah.
Can I go fetch better?
Of course you can. Oh, actually, let's go as a group.
I can go and come back, okay?
Okay, if you feel like you're comfy.
I'm gonna start turning into mist.
Sure.
I wanna head down to.
Can everybody turn into mist? What is going on?
There's a spell which genies can cast called Windwalk, and it lets you spend a minute to turn into a ball of mist whenever you want for 8 hours, and you have a speed of 300 feet when you're in a ball of mist, and you can fly.
I'm going to take my water pouch and throw it into the air and firebolt it and see if it'll make me turn into mist.
I mean, it doesn't, but it looked cool.
Head down a water skin.
Yeah.
And you die of thirst.
Didn't you just say you were thirsty?
Yeah,
You have thrown up like 3 times.
Head on down.
Mhm.
We deposited 2 horses and a bear.
2
Yes.
horses and a bear.
Band name.
3 horses and a bear.
2
No,
horses.
2 horses and a
2
bear.
horses
I
and a
took
bear.
his horse.
Yes.
I want to try and arrive there, start demisting. What is the scene? I mean, that's 11th binding, right?
Yes.
What is the scene as I'm approaching? I mean, I'm all the way from the first binding going to the other edge of the scene.
Yeah. I think let's take a break there, and we'll pick up with you doing that on the back. Cool. So yeah. All right. Welcome back. So, left off with Otto, you speeding down through the city, which doesn't take you too long at all, going 100 feet a second. Go ahead and make a perception check, or yeah. Very nice. Yeah, somehow as cloud form you're able to see even better than you are normally. Now with the other clouds up above, there's more light from the moon and the stars shining down into the city. Additionally, with your limited view into the future, at the moment you can kind of see what you're going to see before, and so essentially get two views of everything you pass, allowing you to get a really good vision. And what you see is nothing. The city seems pretty much at peace aside from any other night, especially flying down through the higher bindings. There's pretty much no one out except the stray carriage and whatnot. As you get into the lower bindings, there are lots of more and more people out. There is light coming out from pubs. You can faintly hear laughter and music from a variety of things. It seems as a city normally is at 11 o'clock at night. No glaring signs of any discomfort or whatnot. I'll say on a natural 20 you decide to make your path down the channel so you can see both sides of the city. And from this direction it would be looking to your left. You do notice around...
I don't have the ability to fly over the channel, so like maybe
Sure.
paddle all through it.
Just find my map.
Then again, I don't have the brain cells not to.
I guess, yeah, you don't actually know how long you guys have this for.
More so that I know traveling over the channel is wonky sometimes.
On your right, as you come down, it looks like there is a line of people that are kind of look to be attempting to form a perimeter around a large area, and as you go, you kind of follow their curve, and it looks like they kind of form a hemicircle from, if this is the channel, they kind of start there and form a hemicircle around a large area stretching from the 6th all the way down to the 9th binding.
Do you mean a semicircle?
Yeah,
What is that? Okay.
yes.
Sorry, I was like, is that like...
Yeah, hemisphere, yeah.
I was like, is that what a quarter
No,
of a
fair enough, yeah.
circle?
On a natural 20, you recognize many of these people as friends and sparring partners. It looks like the Bullets have formed some sort of a perimeter around what you know to be their territory of the city. As you
Like kind of like gods situated.
looks like it, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not stopping, but
Yeah.
taking note.
Yeah. But without any trouble.
Out of curiosity, I mean, opposite side, looking down.
Yeah.
Laika's doing anything.
No. At least nothing that you see.
Interesting.
Which on a nat 20, there's not much you miss. Yeah, but nevertheless, breezing through, it takes you just a few minutes to get down to the warehouse where Bear is kept. You find, I presume you're going there in demisting or
Yes.
in a fly? Cool. Yeah, on demisting you find the warehouse to be seemingly abandoned for now. The door padlocked with a chain around it.
I mean, you can guess what's about to
I
happen.
can indeed.
Hammer to block.
Without any sort of issue, you burst it open. It's not, if not on the first hit, even though you have advantage on all your attacks, without issue, you loudly make your way into the building.
I mean, loudly because the thing that I'm shouting as I do it, there!
You hear back from within the warehouse, Otto, about time!
It is time to go. Invasion is kind of over, but not quite, but we are going.
Wonderful.
Do you have friends?
I actually had a few stimulating conversations while I was in here. I look forward to talking to you about the postulations of dreams and their impressions upon our reality. But now is not the time for that. Let's leave.
Wow!
Okay. Walking in. Other than Bear, what is in here?
That is a great question. As you walk, you see, let me remember the names of all these things. see a number of horses. You see a pen that looks to be full with strange, kind of a little bit larger, maybe like turkey-sized weird chicken things. You see several lizard-like looking, multiple-legged creatures, one of which is thought as a basilisk. You see a room that looks kind of just like a study room. There's different drawers and desks and things, just kind of chairs set out. It looks a bit haphazard, but just looks like it's used as some kind of a study or whatnot. The door is locked on that as well. You find one galebdur, a large rock creature, and you find a room in which a stalactite hangs from the top, and as you pass, an eye opens on the stalactite and just follows you as you walk past.
Nope. I think the basilisks, are they like eyes covered, head cover? What's the situation there?
They don't. So no, you can see they're not, but their cage looks like a kind of like a mesh wall type thing, which you see the ones that are awake take no notice of you as you pass, and so you get the sense that they can't see out of the wall.
Okay. Make a mental note in the little bit of memory space that I have.
Yeah.
Chickens, horses, bear, hanging stalactite thing, fuck no.
Yeah.
Stupid rock thing, no. But I will, actually no, stupid rock thing maybe. I'm gonna start opening up some pens.
Okay.
Rock thing, sure.
All right.
Horses, I'm just gonna, I'll actually, maybe I should divert to bear. There's a lot more brain cells than me here.
Sure.
I'm gonna say, bear, we free some friends, yes?
That sounds like a fine plan to me.
I have many friends that need a ride. We leave city.
All right.
Who do they?
Horses seem the best for riding here, and aside from that, a couple of pens over there are a couple of tigers. Aside from that, I would not personally trust any of these to be worthy mounts, and even the tigers. I don't know. If you heard what they thought about the concept of free will, I don't think you want to take them.
They sound like fun.
That's only because you haven't spoken to them yet.
Okay. Copy word, and then that's strange horse. Sugar cubes. I'm gonna head over to the horses.
Sure.
Slide open, just is there any means of like securing them, like any reins, anything like that?
You can see it looks like there's horse tackle and whatnot kind of hung up on the walls. You guys did leave them with all the saddles and the whatnot, so it is all kept there, as well as it looks like some others for other horses that are.
Any chance that there's something to hitch them to a carriage or something like that?
No, at least not in here inside the warehouse.
Alright, this is going to be interesting then.
Yeah.
I'm going to be gearing them up, putting on their reins, putting on their backs, and then with the reins,
Yeah.
I'll tie a piece of rope loosely, 50 feet of rope basically,
Got it?
into like a loop, so that I can sort of try and pull all of them behind there at once.
Santa
Hop
Claus
onto
style.
there.
Cool.
And make a break for it.
Okay.
On my way out, I will open up the beds to the tigers as well.
Sure thing. Yeah, so there's 6 horses, which you're able to bring with you. And yeah, opening the tigers, they kind of glare at you suspiciously and don't move quite yet. But as you walk back to the horses, you see them kind of poking their heads out of the enclosure and beginning to take tentative steps out. Yeah.
I hope they don't kill too many people. I was just gonna turn back and tell them to be nice.
Alright. The niceness wasn't the problem, it was just so dull.
It was dark, yes.
Yeah, but nevertheless, you're able to. Where are you making your way with these horses and with Bear?
All the way back up to where we were.
Got it. Cool. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you arrive back with the others. You guys see that Mia and Gunther seem to be in conversation at the moment. After you guys did your card tricks, what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna try and think like there's a stupid fucking wizard in there.
Oh, you look shit.
Because the stupid fucking wizard.
I feel pretty great right now.
Well, perhaps we should leave then in case.
Not the monster.
I almost feel like my bad mood is like lifted.
That is good to hear. You
Passed to me
missed
apparently.
a lot. Mia says, yes, I think we shouldn't leave. I'm afraid I need to leave
Yeah, you all look like shit.
immediately. This city will not be safe for me for long. But I can give you a lift somewhere if you need. Well, if you need, I know the others have ways to get around.
I mean, we're just gonna go to the library, which is in the second library.
Super close.
Are you offering to
Don't
what?
I was
transport
offering-
you.
I would like that. Not in a weird way, just because it's cool.
Mhm. Very well. Alright, then let us leave. And she dragon transformations again and lowers a wing so that you can climb on. You see Gunther begin to starts demisting.
I'll also start.
Cool. You do see him take one of the. Before he does this, he reaches over, walks over and picks up the sword that the heavy armored war god had, and he brings it over, takes out kind of like a sheaf of paper, seems to scribble something on it, and then he just stabs it through into the ground underneath the writhing ball of wind and sand that is Django's stabilizing form. Says, right, hopefully that fellow will be okay and will find us when he is feeling and looking more himself. Let us go. And then begins to demist. I'll assume you all follow suit. Cool. And so you all, the three of you and Django in under a minute make it to the second binding and touchdown outside the library, and Mia kind of follows a minute or two later, landing with you, at which time you're treated to a magnificent view of the city at night, lit by the moon, the various lights amongst it, a nice view of the ocean with the starlight shimmering off of it, and the channel seems to almost glow silver as it reflects the moonlight, with the bridges between it.
I'm trying not to throw up.
Sure. As you guys touch down and begin appearing, Terrace rushes out of the doors and says, "How did it go? Is everything okay? What? Oh my word!" As the dragon
That's fine.
lands, and then as it shifts down into Mia, she says, "Huh? Okay, I guess that answers a few questions then."
So you question the dragon, but not the weird mist people. You need to get your priorities straight. I don't know who you
Yeah.
are.
No, I was there when they turned into mist.
Okay, well, who are you?
We've been to the library before,
I
Laika.
am Terrace Lightfeather. I spoke with your accomplice Finzen a few times. I'm sorry to hear of his passing. Please.
Yeah, I remember you.
Terrace is helping us.
That's okay. It's a stressful day, but please, everyone, come and
Can we
see.
trust this person?
Yes!
And she kind of gestures you all outside. Yeah, as you move to go in, Mia kind of catches you by the arm, pulls you around and says, I'm afraid now is when I make my leave. I'm not sure where I'm going yet, but...
Wasn't quite at all.
But...
Shush.
Bad things will happen to me and could easily happen to you if I stuck around. You have the sending stone. I'll check in each day. I wish you the best for the rest of the night. Let me know if you survive. Please survive. And I am sure our paths will cross again once this danger has passed.
Yeah, I mean, understandable. The elf guy did say something which you seem to not like. I was planning on asking you about that, but I shall not pry into your person. So.
I would not be offended if you asked, though. I would like to think that I know you, and I think if I told you, you would go off on a conquest to deal with it, and that would definitely end with you dying. I know that you could probably find out about it on your own, but at the very least, then you'd maybe have a bit more time to think about what you're getting yourself into. So, for now we can leave it.
Okay. So I'm not allowed to go ask Terrace for the books on with the whatever god. I don't know if it was Violent or Violet.
Violet.
Okay, wonderful.
You're welcome to ask her. I just ask that you please keep your safety in mind.
No hasty decisions.
No hasty decisions indeed.
Okay.
I implore you. I'm sorry that I could not have been forthright with you about my nature sooner, though if you do research this path, I'm sure you'll see why. It comforts me, though, knowing your own nature, and I believe there is a path for us in the future far more than being an elf whose life would wink out far too fast. Please give my regards to Otto. I had hoped to say farewell to him in person, but please tell him that it is an honor. She kind of actually no, I'll find him. Says goodbye for now. And she clasps you in a very strong hug and kisses you goodbye. Anything you want to say or do? I love you too, she replies. And then she morphs back into her dragon form and takes off into the air. Cool. With a passive perception of like 22 or something stupid, she is able to find you, and you are easily able to see her
flying in the sky.
But the two most obvious things in the city.
I would imagine so, except for maybe the tigers. Maybe.
I mean, a dragonborn on a bear wheel with a bunch of horses behind him is really a bad too.
So you see her kind of in the sky, ducking down towards you. Is there anything you'd like to do on the approach? You can see the horses getting quite skittish.
Shit. Okay, I'm just gonna slow.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna take the note that I had.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell them, hold.
Okay. Do you want Bear to hold it in their mouth, or are you putting it around Bear's neck?
I assume in mouth,
Sure.
because neck doesn't seem like it would end well.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool. Yeah, Bear holds it and kind of turns and just starts growling at the horses, and they all just quiet. Still there. Yeah, so yeah, you walk a distance away, and Mia sets down, remaining in her dragon form, and in a rumbling voice says, Otto, I am leaving the city now, but I couldn't leave without saying goodbye in person. It has truly been an honor sparring with you. You were the only one who actually made it interesting in the bullets, and it's been a long time since I've had it, so thank you. I have no doubt that our paths will cross again, and that we'll find ever bigger foes to fell together. Don't die.
Also, it's like he's hyping up. She's talking about this, and then the realization kicks in. I'm not going to see you for a little bit. He just walks up to one of her massive arms and just grabs her like a tree.
She pulls her wings in as well to kind of hug you to her.
Thank you. Not just for today. You take care of Zia. See you soon.
See you soon. I guess taking care of Z is your job now.
Ah,
Just
fuck.
That's how I felt every day. I love her though. She says, before we leave, before I depart, there's something I've wanted to do since the first time we sparred together. If you will, extend your weapon.
Pick up his hammer, like hold it like very close to his chest at first, and then like try to extend it, like so that hold it down. Yes.
You see her open her mouth, and lightning starts to crackle from deep within her throat, and there's a pulse, and she unleashes her beam of lightning breath straight into the whatever it's called of the hammer, which entraps it, not letting it pass through into you, and seems to absorb all of its force. You can feel static, and all of your scales kind of like lift up a little bit as it courses through you, and she just fires her lightning breath weapon into your hammer. As there is, you feel a shift in the hammer's magic as it reaches the next stage of its awakened property. And you have a choice on this, but switching the damage type to lightning instead of fire.
I feel like it's still be effective.
As your weapon kind of glows a vibrant blue from what looks like cracks within it, but there are no cracks. It looks like as the glow fades, there are veins of what you can only assume is crystallized lightning interspersed in the metal of the hammer. And as you hold it in your hands and give it a few practice swings, those veins light up with electricity.
think, like, as this death weapon's coming first of all, Otto just goes, and then realizing what's happening, he is. I feel like he should be emotional, but it's Otto. He's not emotional at all.
Yeah.
Fuck it! He starts swinging. You do this only now? Thank you.
It is a pleasure and an honor.
But now I want to hit something.
Well, there may yet be more to hit this night.
Yeah. You fly safe, yes?
I will.
I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
For you. For you.
I've got it. Don't worry. As she beats her wings and flies up into the sky, wheels around once, and I imagine you stayed outside looking for her. You see her, both watch her fly off into the distance, heading east. Huh? Yeah, east.
Ah, told you know
Sure.
I'm from one direction.
Meanwhile, yeah.
I'll also just look up and watch Mia fly away and then glare at the moon at the same time.
Nice. So, Terrace guides those of you apart from Zia, I'm sure Zia will soon follow, up into the spire of the library that you were as well. For you, Laika, who hasn't been there yet, you're led up one of the towers into the library, into a small room that looks very much like a nest, but a nest of books and scrolls and whatnot. There's a bed in the corner. All of the walls are just stacked with piles of books. There's cubbies with scrolls sticking out of the walls. There is a window looking out into the city, and strangely a tiny 1 inch by 1 inch hole just under the window. There is a small pool of water in the middle of the room with kind of silverish stones around with engravings on them, not dissimilar to the teleportation circles that you saw in the place. She leads you up there and says, tell me everything. What happened? Is the invasion over? Did you take care of it? Is Otto okay? I see he's not with us currently, but one extra is.
Is this what the rest of the library looks like?
Asking her, or asking me? No. I mean,
It's like one big
just-
nest.
well, no. I mean, I do think it is my home, but it is very neatly organized and tidy, if that's what you're asking.
Laika's being ignorant. King of the Cliffs showed up, then vanished. Told us not to screw around.
Azule.
Yes, that guy. There were these really strange things, which were just really big piles of flesh, which paralyzed me a lot.
Alright.
And the monks are on their way. We're going to meet them at the outskirts of the city in
Yes,
half an
I
hour.
established
An
that
hour and a half.
with you.
Yes. We phoned them again. Well,
Yeah.
contacted them
Yeah.
again. Telling them about all the stuff. Sariva course is dead.
Wow, that is quite impressive.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to take a nap now.
Alright.
This thing is very useful, thank you. And I'm just going to jingle the bracelet around.
I'm glad I could be of service.
And then I'm just going to lie on the wall.
Sure. She turns to you. Where is Django?
I think I already walked over to the pile of books and just like flopped down on it.
Sure.
I said, it's a really long way to say that we saved the day. It's a pleasure. And I'll snap my fingers and use thaumaturgy to make like the light thunder sound. Even though I have no spell slots left.
Sure, right, cantrips.
Yeah.
I'll sit down against the wall.
Alright.
Rest.
Django is partly dead. Wink, wink.
Well, I
Yeah.
take heart in the word partly being
Mhm.
used in that sentence.
Mhm.
Alright.
Oh, the other one's gone to go fetch his bag.
Glad he's okay.
Since we're exchanging information, did you know that all of these guys can turn into dust?
We've established this.
I was there when that happened. That was a feature of Django.
Oh, so I'm the last person to know. Great.
Yes.
They were quite concerned with you. The large dragonborn was very concerned and asked me if I could help find you. To which she gestures to the pool in the chamber. She says, I was able to scry on you and see where you were, and you appeared to be unharmed. Are you?
You saw me? Did you see me through my eyes? Did you see me like from the top? Did you see me like from behind?
From above?
Oh,
Yes.
weird.
Yeah. But are you okay? Your friends were
Did you see the shiny dude?
There were two figures there that we couldn't see them clearly. One looked tall and bright. I guess he could be your shiny dude, and another shorter figure who I can only assume was a dwarf or a gnome.
Okay,
or...
good look. But not that short. Okay.
Well, compared to this shiny figure, this figure was very short.
Can I have some underwater?
I would advise against it, but I can fetch you some normal drinking water. I mean, by all means, if you'd like to, but I can't be held liable for what might happen if you do. No one's ever asked that before. I have genuinely no idea.
Zia's gonna be lying on the floor, and she's gonna put her hand in there and be like, Terrace,
Yes.
I know it's been hectic, but when I'm awake and not on the brink of death, can we find books on Azalea and something called the Violet God? God. Okay, thank you.
I will do that in the meantime.
I hate you so much.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna be like, night, night, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Gunter, she says, yeah, of course, dear, that is what the library is for. I'll be of whatever assistance I can. Gunter turns to her and says, I will make my leave for now. I believe we told the monks we'd meet them at the outskirts of the city, but this group is seeming quite tired for the moment, which is fair enough considering what they have done today. They have done a great work in protecting the city, so I will take my leave and go and greet the monks, just so that someone knows where I am if I should die on the way. Who knows what tonight's winds may still bring. He says, farewell, Laika, for now. I'm glad that you are back safe. I look forward to this all being over. This is, I dare say, the longest night of my life.
Yeah. Can I just say that you do look like pretty cool right now?
Thank you, I appreciate that. And tromps down the stairs and heads out.
It's a cool bag.
Cool. Otter, would you be heading to the library or back up to where you guys were? I imagine, I think there was talk about leaving before you left. I think it's...
Full cows.
Cool. So after a while, maybe, probably about 2 hours. Say at like 1 in the morning you probably arrive. Takes you a while. Leading 6 horses and whatnot. You do nevertheless arrive outside the library. I imagine if you wish, it's not too hard to find somewhere about which to tether the horses.
Chaos Goblin in me wants to take the horses and bear inside of the library, but that seems like a more reasonable thing to do.
It's your choice.
No, I'll leave with it.
Yeah, Bear is accustomed to this and has no need of going inside the library, so they have no issues with staying outside and enjoying the night air. But
I'm so surprised Bear doesn't want any books of philosophy.
Bear can't read, unfortunately.
That means that Otto can't read.
Yeah, but tromping in and up, you maybe find Laika perusing books. I don't know if you actually want to do that, or if you're just messing.
No, I do want to do that. I probably feel very bad, but I'm going to look for the Violet God. I'll probably find something about the Venerable Grudge or something. I don't know.
The what?
I don't know. Something similar to what Zia said.
Just work.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation or history
Good
check
investigation.
for me.
Are you wanting to?
18.
I'm sure you can fail it.
You can if you like.
No,
It's not good for you.
Do what the dice told me.
All right.
Let's just say I'm not enthusiastic about it. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Regarding Azulay, you find there are various histories about the nation of Eclipse. It is, as people who study history go, and in specific the history of nations, an area of interest, because it's only just over a century old, and yet is, on par with the other major nations of the world. It can hold its own with Camvalor in a war, and has done so for years. It is a fount of learning and well renowned for its magical and scientific colleges. And as such, a study of its kings and its lineage is also not too far-fetched. You find that there is only ever been one line of kings since Eclipse was founded. The king was a influential figure from the group of villagers that first banded together following the Ardis massacre that founded what would become Eclipse, and kind of led those villagers in seeking independence from Camvalor, and that man's line has been king since then. Interestingly, there's been no other royal family. What tends to happen is every couple of decades the king makes an announcement to the people, and a new announces his heir, and the heir takes effect immediately. It's noted that as a strange genetic quirk of this king's line, every son is identical to the father, and so the king always looks just like a slightly younger version than the king before him. Following the Red Guard, you find mention of them in a storybook, and it's a book about
The Red God.
the Violet God, a storybook about a young elf who seeks to join them, and it's like a narrative book. So you're just skimming through it, and by reading the blurb on the back and whatnot, you're able to glean that the Violet God are dragon riders and heroes who tame dragons and wield them in defense of a land long forgotten. And it is the utmost honor to be of them, and that they are the protectors of mankind. Yeah, whilst you're searching for all this, Otto trumps in.
Hello? Hello?
Otto, I've never been more poor before in my entire life. Literally, rocks are more interesting than these pages.
Oh, part of the head? Yes.
What?
Yes.
Mission success?
Eat birds outside.
Yay!
With most friends.
Are they okay?
Yes. Oh, there
That
was.
is okay.
You remember you fight in you fight by bullets?
Sure.
You fight big lizard monster?
Yeah.
I find more.
Come on.
Yes. Oh, and tiger. But tiger is out.
What's a tiger?
What?
What's a tiger?
Big cat with stripes.
Bigger than a normal cow.
Bigger than cat, smaller than bear. Like horse.
Smaller than a bear. Huh.
Big enough to ride.
Big enough to ride.
Yes.
Interesting.
Not friendly.
What strange creatures topple does it have?
What?
What?
Okay. Why are you looking at picture books?
Because Zia wanted them, and honestly, I couldn't care less. I don't even. How long has it been? 5 hours? How long have you been? I don't know. Please get me out of
It's
here.
about 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like
It's been
fucking
2 hours.
Where is everyone?
honk shoeing.
What?
Sleep.
Speaking primordial to me. They do sleep now,
Yeah,
but monks aren't coming.
true. Should we go meet them?
Okay, where is not dead friend?
Huh?
Not dead friend.
Not dead friend.
Man with tattoo.
Oh, he left. Probably to go meet the monks. So we kind of don't have to go if you don't wanna.
But I really want to hit something. Oh! I'm gonna hold the hammer up. It looks like pretty different at the moment. It's still, I mean, you took a good look at it, and now there's these sick ass crystallized lightning bolts inside.
I
it.
studied it badly.
Sure.
Don't touch.
Not to.
Don't touch.
I'm touching it.
This is a little static shock runs through you.
Cool.
Mia give gifts.
You gave gifts.
Yes.
Some people get turned into mist. You get electric hammer. What the fuck did I get?
Kidnapped!
You come back to friends.
Can't hit friends. Oh,
You do. hit
can't
friends.
use friends to hit other things.
Use friends.
Yeah, so that's a pressure definitely there. Not with me. Me maybe.
Okay.
I'll give that to you for free.
I have 2 lightning weapons.
I mean, I'm feeling quite tired after all that reading. It really felt like a battle in itself, you know what I mean?
Also, the monks would have arrived about an hour ago, just by the way, since they were on track to arrive at midnight.
I reckon we just call it, man. I feel like there's people doing the things. You know?
Okay. Oh, I see bullets also. They make big wall. Like scared.
Do you think they're guarding something?
Yes.
Check it out.
Okay.
Doesn't have to, you don't want it.
Where is this here?
Terrace wanders downstairs. She was going to acknowledge. She says, "Oh, good to see that you're back. The others said that a lot happened, but that you were okay."
Good, you still talk.
Sorry?
You still talk?
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't she always talk?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
She still talk.
Cool. Do you know what the Willets are doing?
I can't say that I do. I've never been involved with them.
Can you scry? Or like look at them?
Let me check something. Where the hell is your stuff?
Where the hell is my super suit?
I mean, technically, if you want something that belonged to any of them at some point, I'm pretty sure some of my starting gold came from the Willets.
Just
Technically, you
check
come from the
something.
Willets.
I was not born there. My mom doesn't live there. But I get what you mean. Technically, you too, by
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
She says, "I'm afraid I used up most of my strength this night helping your friends. Come morning, I could help you out."
Maybe sleep. Everyone's sleeping up in the nest.
Okay. Oh. Technically, no weapons allowed in the library. Is she waving that?
She looks to be for the time being.
Okay, thank you. Because I was not willing to let go of the samurai. I'm gonna make my way up as well to go and take
Great.
a look at those.
Alright. So, as you all bed down for the night after a long day for all of you and an interesting day for also all of you, I'll say the last thing before you guys slept, I'll say you had a chance to look over the items that you have, and then we'll call it there for tonight. So, Jonathan, the gloves that you picked up of Sariva, I'll make it into an item so you can add it. It's not yet, but they're chromatic gloves. The gloves have 7 charges, and you can expend 1 charge to cast chromatic orb from the gloves. You can spend an additional charge to twin spell the chromatic orb and shoot one, as long as both your hands are free, as the diamonds power each bolt.
And so the diamonds are missing.
No, the diamonds are in there. For each additional charge you expend, you can increase the level of the spell by 1 when you cast it. If you use the last charge, there's a 5% chance that the gloves break. Roll a d20. If you get a nat 1, they're gone. And they regain 1d4 plus 1 charge daily at dawn. The cloak that you kept is a simple, it's a cloak of mage armor, and if you're wearing the cloak and no other armor, you always have mage armor enshrouded on yourself. The cloak that you have is a cloak of elven kind. It gives you advantage on stealth and gives other people disadvantage on seeing you with perception checks. The gloves that you have are gloves of missile snaring, and the medallion is a medallion of thoughts.
Interesting.
Yeah. But from that, as you all go to bed, sleeping soundly, pick up from there the following day, 1 day closer to the full moon. And
Oh no, I forgot about that.
the morning bringing who knows what troubles or tribulations.
Cool.
Cheers.
Nice.